time, my friends, as we are in the midst of battle in our Issyrla campaign. Um, have a lot of fun here as we battle through the harsh elemental and monster-ridden areas of Western Issyrla. It is a place of tribal and mostly nomadic peoples, except of course for the grand village that our story began at, nestled in between a guarded and enchanted mountain side. Though through actions from our character's own and possibly some others, a presence was awakened that began to freeze the land and thus drove our people out. Beset by trolls and giants, they have found their way to an undead valley that separates them and more of the flatter plains away from the dangerous mythical mountains that they have known as home, where they have found themselves um, currently is the negotiations with the death spirit and Scotty,
Negotiation.
who simply required, in order to allow them passage, one trip through and one trip back, that they one take care of an enemy that has beset them, as well as give one of their own to bring their spirit with them on their travels, thus channeling raw energy to them so that they increase in power as well. Brynja had taken up that role and thus has become a chosen of the death spirit as they made their way and found an ancestor who was given essentially an execution by the tribe hundreds of years ago, the name being Angatra, who has now been assembling forces and trying to mount an offensive against the Anscadi. And our characters have interfered and come in looking for blood, to which Angatra has answered, "I'll give you blood," as the battle has ensued. So, it is with that we will begin. Remember, you can do all types of fun stuff in the chats and the like, and give inspiration, lower those DCs, whatever one would like to
Raise
do.
the DC.
Raise DCs. This. Okay, Torhilda, Berlinda, and Layla. Okay, very cool. All right, so with that, I think we've got everybody good to go. We will jump into the insanity. So it is Angatra's turn. Here. Ah.
Oh,
Okay, so from her way back, remind me, did anyone get to her?
Ren.
Ren's right there. That's right.
Ren questioning life choices.
Perfect. So she'll take out her claws and go right for the Ren. Bony hands. Ooh, only a 13.
Missed.
She comes once more for a 25.
Yep.
So stick in deep for 14 piercing damage. Grabbing hold of your ribs, and I need a con save. That's her dark magic flows into your body.
Yeah, that's a whole 6.
Oh,
Because
you
disadvantage, right?
Yes, you do have disadvantage against her saves. That is paralysis. overtake you. As you find yourself unable to move at the moment. With that, I'm on to my shadows. What, anything special on them?
We've got one that's planking over here. Oh, never mind. Hey, I have a camera purpose. Here's one right here in Nala. Link the other guy. Oh, why? I can not. Oh, there we go. And then there's one over on town.
Okay.
All the rest are dead.
Gotcha. So let's do the one on Nala. We'll see what they can do. As they try to grasp at the back of the neck. For 16.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
All right.
Remember you're raging.
That is 3 cold damage and 2 dexterity points away from your max, from your score there.
I'm now -4. It's just going to get worse.
Get lower. All right, then you said the other one is where?
Over here by the house. All the way back over.
Okay, over at Burmunder?
Yep.
All right. So they were grasp out to Burmunder. For an 18 to hit.
Whoops, that misses.
All right, very good. As you're able to, as it tries to swirl around you, what does it look like for you to dodge that?
I'm not going to dodge it. I'm actually going to reach out with my shield and attempt to slam it against it as it goes towards me.
I love it. As your holy power puts it off, which brings us to Torhilda.
Okay, let's start. Where is Svad, Hilda?
She disappeared because the shadow bit her.
She disappeared. Okay.
She was right here.
Okay. I want to move within 10 feet of Bormunder. So I guess a little bit forward. And how far am I from I don't even know what's her name, the Medusa woman? I wrote it down, but
Gotcha. And are you looking at her?
I'm going to decide in a moment.
65.
65?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Okay, I'm in. Oh, what to do? Okay. I'm within 10 feet of Bormunder. I'm going to go ahead and look at her. I'm going to look at her.
Okay.
While standing next to Bormunder. Are there any inspirations?
Yes.
Yep.
I'll take that. I'm going to stand next to Bormunder, which is plus something. I'm going to take that inspiration, and I'm going to be ready with allies' influence. Do I have anything else I can add to this roll?
I don't think so.
Oh, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Okay.
So it was a flat roll
Okay.
because you'd have disadvantage, but the inspiration takes care of that.
I'm worth +5.
Okay. 18 plus 5 plus a D4. Is that enough?
Minimum
Do I
23.
need to...
Yeah,
I think you're
24
good.
minimum.
you're good to go.
Okay. All right. So I look up at her because I see that she's taken Ren down. And I'm going to bonus action. Oh, she has to be within 30 feet. I can't do that. I'm going to say, get away from him. and I'm going to I'm gonna Eldritch Blast her, and I have Pack Tactics. So is it a straight roll?
No, because Ren's incapacitated.
Ah, okay. So let me figure out how to make that a disadvantage. Up. It's not cooperating for me. There it goes. Oh man, one of them was a 20. Okay, 11. Oh, because that was a 2. So 11 plus. Do I get a D4 for bless?
Bless, yeah.
So that's 15.
15. She looks at the first blast and ducks out of the way.
Okay, I'm gonna try it again. Shoot, I was counting on having some advantage here. Okay. Oh man, a nat 20 and a 2. 11, so that's not gonna hit again. All right, so none of that works. I'm going to get out Torhilda again and place her. Let's see, she comes out 15, so place her and interpose her between one of the skeleton and a party member. I can't get her. Yeah, put her in between somebody that is being threatened by us.
Right there.
Skelly or something. Okay. I think that's all I can do. Okay. I think I'm going to move a little more forward myself.
Okay.
With the rest of my movement kind of weighed in with an eye towards maybe getting closer to the Medusa character.
Got it. And Barmunder.
Okay, I need some help with the geometry of the situation. How far am I from her?
You're 60.
60. Excellent news. I am going to use a combination of my movement and Misty Step to get adjacent to her.
You're going to want to Misty Step first.
Agreed, to avoid opportunity attacks.
So, 60 will take you right to her.
Here we go. You're right up on her.
And I've used my bonus action, so all I can do is just straight up attack her with my quarterstaff.
All right. And then just, I'm assuming you're looking at her.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, he's behind her. Does that still matter?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's got to give me that charisma save. You got a bunch of stuff to it.
Okay. The camera's in the back, man.
That's a 26.
Good to go.
And so I'm going to attack her with a quarterstaff. That's not at disadvantage, the attacks, right?
Correct.
So that's a 16 to hit.
That misses.
Are you blessed? Who else was
No, he's
blessed?
not.
I am not, unfortunately.
Ren,
I'm
Nala,
blessed.
and Hilda.
Okay.
And I'm going to give it another go and see if I can do better. No, I cannot. I miss again. And I think that's all of the things I can do on this particular turn.
All right. Layla.
Alright. How far away from her am I?
65.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's a big room, bastard.
Well, yeah.
Fine.
Okay. I guess I'll run 30 feet closer to her and I will cast Spiritual Weapon, just at second level, next to her with my bonus action.
I'm trying to do the safest way to do 30 feet.
Well, I'm gonna also try to get as many skeletons within 30 feet of me as well.
Oh, okay, so you don't mind if you have to run past one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So he's
So-
gonna get one opportunity attack, Matt?
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Oh, does she? Okay. From
But-
whom?
from a skelly. But then all the skellies are within 30 feet, and yeah, everyone's within 30 feet.
Okay. So bonus action Spiritual Weapon on her. Not gonna be looking at her, so it's gonna be a disadvantage.
The up attack's a 25 to hit.
That will hit. Dirty 20 to hit with the Spiritual Weapon.
That'll do it. I've got 12 slashing and 7 necrotic.
So
Great
19.
action, Skelly.
Alright. So that is 11 force damage to Big Bad there.
Nice.
And then with my action, I'm going to Channel Divinity, Destroy / Turn Undead.
Woo!
So Wisdom saving throw from all of the
Everybody.
undead. Yeah, from all the undead within 30 feet of me.
Welcome back, Claire.
Everybody.
Okay. Does that get a gotcha?
No, she's 35.
Okay, just the other
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
all the other ones.
Yeah, I was hoping that I'd be able to get her as well, but
5 feet out of range. Hey, Matt, I need to go put the laundry to the little art department. Tell her what's going on.
Okay. Okay, and that's wisdom saves.
yep.
Okay. So let's start with
Okay.
this one. Okay, what's your DC?
17.
Okay, noted.
I gotta go for that. I shouldn't be that long.
So okay. So 3 of the Vata will be frightened here. Not frightened, but turned.
Yeah.
Nice.
And only one made it save. And then let me get the shadows.
I'm guessing none of them are CR1 or lower.
Nope. But you
Good.
might have some luck on these shadows. Alright. Tell me how both shadows explode.
Oh. Essentially, stars, kind of, as I channel my divinity, various constellations kind of circulate around me, and a couple of them shoot out towards the shadows, destroying them.
Alright, so both shadows go away, mini arts department.
What up, the shadow?
What? The black one.
Yeah, the black little tornadoes.
It's like a black wave.
Yeah. There you go, girl.
Yeah, get that away from
Yeah.
Yeah, earn dinner.
Seriously.
Alright, so that's movement, action, bonus action. That's everything for me.
Gotcha. Okay, so now the skeletons right near Nala, and then the one by the pool, and then Argua, you can figure out which of the other ones. So those 3 in a line there, they both are going to run 30 feet away from the middle. Okay. And then we just have that very last one over there. But let me just see which one that is.
Those are the turned ones, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure I didn't want to hit it there.
Yeah, the ones that not turret is about to attack, I believe. Though I don't know who they're by.
No. I need you to move that one, 30 feet away from the middle. Something like that, like just all right, then that last one is striking Torhilda.
Ha!
All right, first thing it does is it gauges, forcing a charisma save from Torhilda.
Right. It's an 11 plus a D4. 11. 14. I'll use Allies influence if I need to.
Yeah, it would be a fail.
Okay, so I will add Allies influence for however many that is extra. Am I near Bormunder? Or I can go
You are.
forward.
No, Boromander move.
Yeah, he's way away.
Okay, so I will add my Allies influence, which I think is +5.
Hey.
16.
Yep, that'll get you to the save. And they swing their axe for 23 to hit.
Shield.
Nice.
You can't. You just did
Oh, right.
your allies influence, which is a reaction.
Oh, that was a reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, then nope, then it'll hit.
I'll impose disadvantage with my ward of shadows.
Okay, that lowers it to a dirty 20.
That's my AC.
God.
All right.
Try.
10 slashing, 3 necrotic, and they take their second attack, and only for 15. So,
All right, I owe you a con save. Which is a 13. I roll those with advantage to maintain concentration.
That should be fine. We'll go back up to Renario.
I am paralyzed. Am I not?
Yep.
And so let me double check on her paralysis rules.
I don't know where you go. Broke arm.
Oh no, because that was this thing. Yep. So yep, and that goes away at the end of your turn. And then Azariah.
Well, first seeing that Bormunder, who I was using as a shield, disappears in front of me, I react like, oh, and then I see the other ones run away. I'm like, yes. And so getting ready to hopefully focus on energy on the melee here. I'm going to run away, but as I turn around and look at the last skeleton that is not assaulting Torhilda, my eyes start to illuminate, and it seems like I like a drop, or a droplet of like a blood tear comes down my cheek, and I cast Sense Lifeblood. And I am able to tell and sense how two or more creatures are related biologically, but more importantly, I know whether a creature's current hit points are equal to or below half their maximum hit points. And when I deal damage to such creature, I roll 2 additional dice bonus damage that is equal to my expended pool from being full-blooded.
Nice. Was that any creature or just a certain one?
Any creature.
Okay.
So after I do that, I will use my action to cast Eldritch Blast at it. That which works.
All right. Is that an Agacha then?
Yeah, the four-armed freak.
No, it's the one that's hitting on the.
Yeah, the one that's still hitting.
Torhilda.
Yeah, Toilda. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a 26 for one and 21 for the other.
Both hit.
All right, and I will roll extra damage for each of those rolls because it is every time damage. And roll the first. And here. Stuff's just falling. All right, that's going to be 10 force damage and 17 necrotic for the first one.
Is our resistant to necrotic?
Okay. And then I roll for the second one, which will be 6 force damage and 10.
Very nice.
That is my turn as I move forward about 15 feet.
Got it. Into them. And then Nala.
All right. All right. So, Angatra, are they the only one on the field other than the people running away? Or did the other one?
There's one other.
One way down here you
Uh-huh.
can't see because it's off screen.
Okay.
All the rest are running away.
All right. How far am I from Angatra before I decide if I'm looking at her?
You're 35 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. That's a disadvantage con save, I think. Either way, I still have to
You are
look at her.
blessed.
Yeah, that's true. I'll try it. Sure, let's look at her. See what happens.
Right. Charisma saving throw. Disadvantage.
Here we go. Wait, is there a bless or not a bless, but a?
I believe we have one more inspiration left.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it. Let's try it.
We also have a damage boost and a heal boost.
I'll take the inspo. Okay. Let me add that up. That is a 21.
That's a pass.
All right. So let's move up to. I have 40 feet of movement. Let's move up to Angatra. And I will use everything I have on these attacks. Reckless, Great Weapon, and Bless. And I'm going to take my Great Axe and see if I can hit her.
All right.
Okay. The first one is not too great. It's an 18.
That hits.
Nice. All right, so that will be. Whoa, why is it not rolling? Oh, here we go. All right. So that'll be a total of 34 fire damage.
Nice.
I'm going to go ahead and attack again. Okay, that's much better than what I rolled. So I'm pretty sure that's going to hit. It's oh, I haven't rolled bless yet. Yeah, that's like a 24.
Yep, that hits.
All right.
Get him, get him.
And that one. Ooh, nice. That will be an additional 33 fire damage.
Wow.
How do you want to kill her?
Oh, yes. With a smile on my face. Just swinging that axe with that fire, and it's just connecting, and as flames just start erupting up and just starting to turn her into ashes. And that's I believe I have no potions, so that's my full turn.
Amazing. All right. So the fire burns around as her ashes get a slight blue glow as they are carried off by a cold wind. Brynja.
All right, so the skeleton's next to me, and then who else is next to me?
I lost
Just
my camera.
one. I think there's just one skeleton left.
There's one skeleton that's still active. They're
Right.
not
Yeah.
turned.
The other two are running.
Is there one person next to the skeleton?
Yes, Torhilda's.
Cool. So let me blow third level thunder wave on this thing. Con 17 save, please.
Camera's back.
That is going to be 18.
18. All right, so taking half of 20, which is 10. All right, any good bonus actions I can pull off? Blah 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 blah. As far as I can, as far as I can tell, these are like normal skeleton type things, and take some bludgeoning, right?
They actually look like much more reinforced.
Okay,
So they do not have the vulnerability to
Okay.
knowledge drain.
perfectly helpful. Thank you. No, that's not gonna work. Can't cast twice unless it's a cantrip. Cantrip produce flame in my hand, and that's about it. I'll stay put.
So we go all the way down to Torhilda.
All right. So, who's left standing?
The little guy trying to beat you up.
Yeah, there's the big.
Okay.
skeleton.
You can go to the other camera,
Okay.
Matt.
Okay. I guess I'm going to. Am I adjacent to him?
It's right behind you.
He's right behind me. Ah, behind me.
Right there.
And is anybody else right there?
Close.
No, it's just you right there on the screen, right there in the middle.
All right. Then I'm gonna whack him with the battle axe.
Whack-a-mole.
Again. All right. So is this is just a straight roll?
Yeah.
Huh, that's a nat 1. Let's try again. It's a 15 plus a d4.
So that would hit.
18 for 6 damage. Slashing.
All right. This is below half the HP there for.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So you take it in and chip some of the bones. Anything else?
Bonus action, I'm gonna bring Svanhilda out right behind him. Or maybe just a little bit further from him. Yeah, there we go.
No flanking?
Which I can't flank with her because she's a construct, but she can.
I forgot.
But would Eldritch Blast be at disadvantage at close range?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I want to have her back up a little bit so she can pull him or push him or do whatever. Yeah. So that's it.
Okay, then Bormunder.
I believe I'm going to Eldritch Blast this skeleton.
Nice.
Get all the way over there.
I have ridiculous range with this action here.
I know.
Ooh,
I
120.
A nat 20 for
Nice.
29.
Nice.
Take the damage boost.
Yeah, take that damage boost, roll it twice.
I don't even know how many d10s that is then.
No, you roll a 2d6. I'm sorry, for a damage boost.
Yeah, for the damage boost, and then 2d10 for the.
2d10. Do you double the damage or do you double the dice?
The dice.
So Eldritch Blast is 1d10.
So it's
So that's
4
why
Yeah,
they're
we
saying-
want
no. It's 1d10
No.
for Eldritch Blast. They're telling you 2d10 because you crit.
Yes.
So we're doubling the dice.
Okay. I got it. So the Eldritch Blast itself is an awesome 8, and I am going to push it back 5 feet, and then 2d6 as well.
Correct.
For
You
some
should be
reason.
pushing him back 10 feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
10 feet. Yeah. Just pretend like that didn't happen.
26 d10. That's awesome.
6 more damage from the damage boost.
Nice. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll just Eldritch Blast some more because that's kind of fun. 15 to hit.
Hits.
Move him back 10 more feet. And give him 10 points of damage.
Got it. Ooh, a 10 on the d10. Very good.
And I believe that will do it. I don't have any particularly exciting bonus actions, so I'm just going to chill.
That's good. You see, bones are coming up. Power the animated seems weaker. Layla.
Alright. I will move my spiritual weapon towards the last skeleton there. I don't think it's going to have enough movement.
No, it ain't in there yet. It's over there.
What?
Man. Wait, stop. Where'd it go?
Still, it's moving towards it.
Yeah.
Because it's my bonus action. Does anybody look particularly hurt?
I think
Ren's-
Nala.
No,
Ren's not doing great.
But Ren's probably much worse at this point.
I mean,
Can
I'm
I-
up. Like, kill the things. That's the best condition you can apply to them.
Sure.
Valid.
Alright,
Take a while to
then.
get back.
I guess I'll just go with the first level guiding bolt.
I was paralyzed and then nothing hit me, so
Hey, it worked out, man.
yeah.
So, guiding bolt at the skeleton for a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That is 15 radiant damage. And next person will have advantage.
Okay.
And that'll do it.
Okay. Rich Palmer's got 30 feet of movement. It will fight to the death here. Who's it going to go after?
Well, it can go after the twins, or it can go after our druid friend.
Gonna go back to Torhilda.
Ah!
Don't like you.
Alright. Poison sack, here we go. That's a 12.
Nope.
Then it focuses a bit more for a 21.
Shield.
Nice.
Nice. Then Ren.
What's around me? Or not around me?
Bormunder.
How close is the nearest enemy?
It's like 65 feet, because it's all the way back there.
All right.
Well, how about the ones that are turned? Are they closer?
There's one right here that's turned.
I think I'll attack one that's already been attacked so as to not break the turn. So I'll hold out my hand and shout Korhomuli as the ghostly hand will go out to strike at them. That's my chill touch. That's cocked.
It's
yeah.
called a Lich Slap. Come on.
I bought a document that gave verbal components to all the spells based off of the specific things. So
So we should say Gesundheit.
Sure. Ooh, that's good. 14 necrotic damage to the thing that was 65 feet from me.
So,
The
was
one
that
that's
turn?
over, the one that's over on Brunhilde.
Unforheard of. Awesome.
Whatever.
All right.
So-
How do you, Torhilda? How do you end it?
The hand grasps it and it slowly turns to dust.
Come on, buddy. You're not wanted anymore.
All right. Then it's up to you. Their leader destroyed? Do you wish them to just run off, or are you going to hunt them down?
How many are there?
There's 3 left.
3 skellies, 2 shadows.
The shadows are dead.
Oh, I didn't know the shadows were dead. 3 skellies.
Let's say we hunt them. But that's
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Then we'll go next initiative to Azariah.
Looking at these using sense of lifeblood, are any of these at half? Below?
One of them is below half.
Okay, then I'll just focus on that one. You guys get the others, and I will cast some emanating from my staff there. I use the energy and glowing darts of crimson go out and attack this one. There will be 3 of them. So that's 3 force for each dart, and then I will be rolling some life squad here. So that's going to be an extra. Wow, jeez, that hurts. That'll be 47 necrotic.
How do you want to end it?
As those 3 glowing darts in my illuminating eyes start to tears start to dry down, it just coalesces around and just explodes in a crimson flurry.
Nice.
And I'll start to walk down the other one that doesn't look so good.
We go to Nala.
all right. So there's one more.
2 more.
2 more.
2 more. Are they
Right
close
here,
together?
No, they're not close together.
All right. Which one looks like it has? Well, I guess I can't tell. I guess I'll go to the one that's furthest, or closer to me. I guess is the best way to phrase that. Closer to me. All right. How much movement is that?
20.
20. In that case, let's move 10 feet toward it, because I can still swing from 10 feet away. All right. I will go ahead and do great weapon, all that jazz.
Jazz.
Thank you.
It's a nat 20,
Oh,
Woo!
yeah.
Nice.
and that will be a total, because I'm going to use everything on this guy. I'm going to use max critical. I'm going to use double my thing here.
Hot as shit.
All right, 5 plus. That's 60 fire damage. He's still up.
Yes. So he's
All right,
really injured.
let's try to hit him again.
He's strong.
All right, plus my D4. 16 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. So that will be total of 29 fire.
29 of fire. How do you want to end it?
Just chop them in half, turn to fire. How far is the last one?
From you now, 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
45. Okay, and I've used what 10 feet of movement. Let's use 35 feet of movement to get as close as I can to him. I'm sorry, 30 feet of movement to get as close as I can to him. And how far am I?
15.
15. Nice. So, last thing I will do here, because I am raging, which increases my reach. All right. But I don't think that's going to be enough for me. I'm going to probably not take a swing at him because I think I only have a 10-foot reach. So we will leave it there for now.
Then Brynja.
Right. With the flame still in one hand, Brynja looks over at Ren and says, "You're bleeding again," and fires off a quick healing word for 10 healing. Bonus action.
Did anyone use the heal boost?
Thanks.
No.
I don't believe so.
Use the heal boost.
You can use heal boost, by the way.
Heal boost.
How much is the heal boost?
Extra d6.
All right, so let's add another 6. That's 16.
Nice.
And then primary action, I'll go ahead and use the flame already produced in my hand to do attack at the last skeleton boy. Motherfucker. That was terrible. That's not going to hit. And that's me.
Good job.
Got it. Then we're at Torhilda.
Okay, there's one last one somewhere.
Yeah.
How far from me?
Probably within 30 or so, I guess. Maybe more.
50.
50.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
it was up higher and ran away.
Okay,
However,
that's
it's
fine.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 from your twin.
Okay. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do is well, I'm gonna just Eldritch Blast it. When in doubt, Eldritch Blast.
All right. Use an inspo in there if you want.
I don't know. Should I use an inspo for an Eldritch Blast? I still have my D4. I'll save that for emergency. The game's not even half over yet, and I already took one today. So, oh, nat 1. I should have done that. Okay.
Yeah, after Brynja just rolled one, and now you rolled one.
Yeah. Let's try again.
I do
That's-
understand the sentiment, though, of like we're just fighting off the last of the mooks.
Yep.
It's an 11 plus 14.
14 misses.
Nope. Okay, so I'm going to move Svanhilda then 30 feet to get right up next to it so that she'll get an opportunity attack if it moves.
Okay. Bormunda.
One of these days, I will remember to hit the mute off before I start speaking, but today is not that day. I am going to Eldritch Blast this sucker. 25 to hit.
That hits.
6 points of damage. Quite impressive.
Bring them
Lisa-
closer. Bring
Yeah,
them closer.
I was going to ask, am I close enough to you, Lisa, to do that? Don't we
I
have
don't
to
know.
be within a certain distance?
30, I think.
You're 60 from her, so if you move
Yeah.
back 30, you'll be closer.
Okay, then I will move 30 closer to her. If possible, before I did this, but otherwise, then
Sure.
for the next Eldritch Blast. And then I can pull it 10 feet towards me as long as I'm close to my partner in crime.
Okay.
And I am going to do a second blast. And this one is 15 to hit.
That hits.
And that will be 14 points of damage, and I will drag it another 10 feet closer.
Hey, guess what? If he moves now, Nala gets an attack.
And I suppose that'll do it for me.
Got it.
Did that create an opportunity attack or no?
No.
It's
I
not
don't
there
think
for
so.
that.
Not forced movement, no.
Okay.
Layla.
I don't think it's gonna get there, but I'll move my spiritual weapon.
Nope.
Alright. And then
Shoot.
I'll just do Toll the Dead on it. So wisdom save.
And it is 15.
Fails. So dose d12s for 11. Necrotic.
If it wasn't immune to necrotic, that'd be great.
Oh.
So it goes up.
The big sad.
The
Oh,
dead
well.
cannot be told. It's dead already.
That's fair enough. Alright, that'll be it for me then.
Okay. In that case, how many within 15 feet of it?
Just Nala and
The twin, maybe?
Hilda. Whatever the hell Hilda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You'd have to go that way. All right. So just turn and try to smack Nala here.
Mhm.
Just the Hilda, because my brain can't keep anything straight.
Yeah. Let's start with a charisma save on Nala though.
Whew, it's gonna hurt. Oh, Christmas save. I'm actually thinking there was an inspo, right?
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna, if it's okay, I need to use it. Charisma is not so good.
I think you're still blessed.
That's true. Oh wait. Is this a disadvantage?
No.
With then okay. Then I'll just roll.
Charisma's not so good.
Here we go. Okay. Let's see. So that is well, it's a 16.
That'll do it.
Nice.
Then starts the swings. 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Right. That is 17 slashing.
Are they within 30 feet of me?
What's necrotic?
8 slashing.
Yeah.
Okay, disadvantage on the one that hit.
Okay. So it actually turns into a miss, but let's see if the second one hits. So the second one I hit, so we'll have that damage go through. So,
Okay.
so you still, deleted a hit there. Nala, Layla did for Nala.
Is that more off the dex or?
No, shadows are gone.
Oh, it's the shadows down. Alright.
All right, then Ren.
All right. I saw the lack of necrotic damage happen. How far away from this thing am I?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Okay. So still too far. I'll pull out my bow and I'll shoot it. That's gonna be 24 for 13 piercing, and then 19 for 7 piercing.
All right. Anything else?
I'll move like halfway there.
Right.
I don't want to be
Right,
within that 15-foot radius thing.
As have noticed, barely noticed because I was really intent on going to the fallen lady's body, but noticing that this one isn't taking necrotic, Could I have used Sense Lifeblood while I've noticed while Sense Lifeblood was up how these two the skeleton relates differently to the other two biologically?
Oh, because the other two took it.
Because the other one two were resistant. Yeah, this one's not taking it. I just wanted to use that part of it to see if I could even tell like how they are different.
Absolutely. So yeah, you sense that the ones that were simply resistant seem to be raised by, I would say, more direct magic from their when you count the life that goes through them. These had an animation source. Once they're immune, have an animation source separate from Angatra herself.
Okay. I'll definitely note that as I walk over to her body and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at it from my staff. Man, that's a 20 for one and natural 20 for one for 29, and then 26 for the other.
Nice.
Too bad I can't. Necrotic doesn't do anything because that would not be nice for it. It's going to be 11 force damage for the first one.
All right.
And then
How do you want to put him down?
Yeah. So as I walk over to her, to her, not even paying attention to it, the bolt just blast out and sever it on each shoulder. Kind of just leaving a spine connected to the head there. And, yeah, I wanted to search her around her body or like where she was. I know she kind of like went into a mist, but I was looking honestly for any research or anything she had, as knowing that these things were just. We're purging these things. My most important thing is figuring out who she was and what she knows about the village, because she had basically said that she was from our village of old. So I think it's very important.
Absolutely. So yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll use an inspiration.
Happy to assist if that helps.
Thanks.
You missed a spot.
Oh, it's not too bad. That's a dirty 20.
So, looking about the remains and around here in general, you are able to find a journal that essentially depicts much of the initial travel, at least from their perspective. A lot of kind of more personal entries, things about food getting low, and musings on maybe some relationships forming. Looking somewhat quickly, of note, you do find that she talks about hearing the dragon's roar in her dreams. And you know, it's not every night whenever she does, she talks of how she woke up, and it appears she'd been sweating in her dream, but the sweat had frozen around her. So she woke up like breaking a thin layer of ice.
She sees that just one dragon's war, not multiple. In the, I guess, the short skimming of it.
Mm-hmm.
Does her remains? Did they leave behind the dragon claws that she had used for horns?
No. It seemed to be almost a part of her that went away with her.
You know, it did mention that she dwelled near a dragon's jaw. Maybe that had something to do with her being lured here.
Yeah. The dragon's jaw is here.
Can we take a look at it?
Certainly. Go ahead and give me a nature check if you'd like.
All right.
I will
Oh,
give
God.
you guidance.
I hope so. What's guidance? D4?
Correct.
Yeah, D4.
All right. I'm going to roll that.
Jackie, how
first.
do you forget guidance as a D4? We did so much guidance on Thursdays.
Listen, it's been a minute.
Same.
Hold on. Let's see what this is. Oh, no. That's
There's
a 0
no-
plus a 3. So a total of 3.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
You look at it and you're like, it's a hit.
No, I'm not the best. Intelligence based, you know.
I'm looking, big jawbone. Hard to say much more.
Jawbone.
But maybe.
And-
Should I give that a look for you, Nala?
I would hope so. I'd hate to have written all this down for no reason.
Okay, can I make a nature check?
Certainly.
Okay. I don't suppose I can cast guidance on myself, can I?
You can actually believe,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, you
Man.
could.
The
That
only
is,
time it doesn't work is when it's like something just happened to you. But
Yeah.
you take,
so that's a natural 20 plus a 3 on the D4 for a total of 29.
Nice.
okay.
Couldn't quite get to 30. I'm sorry, guys.
I know I'm going to help you out.
Tonk would be disappointed.
I know, right? Especially on a nature check.
I can still hear it in my head. I rolled a 38.
So, yeah, I begin looking over this. It has some layers of flesh blood. It's not as massive as back in the village under the skull. It seems to be of a large creature, dragon. You do sense that its element is that of cold, though. And it seems to have been used to. There's like, I would say, with what you have, there's still there seems to be a dragon soul bound to it. And it was used to power whatever it is you see.
Its soul is still here.
I'll just say in Draconic, can you hear us?
Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
Possessed.
I roll another 2. That's a 2. Good old 2.
$5 on possession.
It doesn't seem to respond.
You said it's a pretty I guess how big is it? I guess in like a baby carrier size, or
It's the head of a large creature, correct?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, as opposed to the other one, which was a fucking ginormous.
Right.
And the other thing is, if this thing has flesh blood on it, we do know that Angotra didn't have flesh, right? That was something that was mentioned by and Scotty.
Right.
Maybe. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can we take it with us? Well, I personally will not be grabbing.
I mean, it's about 15 feet. It would definitely be
Okay. So we gotta put on the cart.
I don't think we have room in the cart.
We have a lot of people in the carts.
How heavy is it?
Cart is way up there.
It's also, I think, the size of our cart. Ooh, perhaps we could turn it into a cart.
That's good thinking there, Layla.
How big is it? Like
15 feet. It's pretty big.
That's not too bad.
I mean, you could probably handle it.
I'm just curious how much it weighs.
the weight here, given what was this, because it's going the flash there, is going to be about 600 pounds.
You know, if I were to hand off all my items, I could carry it.
You could lift it or you could carry it.
Oh, no, I could definitely lift it. I'm talking about carrying it.
So you could drag it.
Yeah,
Dragging the dragon.
I could drag the dragon, yes.
To where though? What possible purpose? If we bring this back, what point?
To learn from it?
Yeah, there is a soul bound to it there. But yeah, it could be very useful.
We are being chased by unnatural cold. We have dragons and primordial beings pursuing us, and you want to carry a 600-pound skull.
Yeah, it is going to slow your speed by half.
Oh shit!
Just your caravan speed, because it's a big thing to transport through bad terrain.
Right.
Still, it would be nice to have a dragon.
Out of character, I generally think it would be hilarious if we tried to turn it into a wagon itself. It's about the size of one. Just put some wheels on there.
Put some wheels on it.
Yeah, just put some wheels on it.
Put a bench in between the jaw. I see what you're saying. I like this, but I
Just
am a
replace
wizard
it.
and not an artificer.
Like I said, this was out of character. I just, in my head, I'm picturing it, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean...
That being said, it would also be something that I think art department would need to make for us then, so we can, have that. But,
Well, is there any portion of it that seems like... Because if we can't communicate with it the traditional way, is there a magical way we could communicate with it?
Do you want the souvenir?
I could tomorrow, but not today.
Oh, well, before we leave, I guess I'll take a look and I'll just look over and touch it. I kind of want to just because they were talking about seeing it in their dreams, and I know that just like you can imbue rocks and things with energy, bone and other objects could be imbued with that. So using some rune maker adjacent knowledge, I will try to see if I can understand more about this magically.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
Will do. 18.
18. Okay. The way this seems to be set up is this jawbone was set to be a caretaker for the ritual space. Given that it is a soul and spirit, it can maintain the magic going on here without with people not having to be here once it's begun. And therefore rituals that could take weeks, years, or centuries just need to be started. And then
Okay.
left alone.
Do I know of a way that, like, if I take a tooth or something, does it take away the power of this thing? Like, it does have to be fully intact?
With an 18, you could undo the enchantment and you would release the soul.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay. This would take about an hour of work.
Okay.
But it is possible to do this.
Well, I don't want to leave this here because even if we can't take it with us, someone could use this for quite some evil. It could take rituals and basically automate them in some type of necromantic factory.
Okay.
I just need an hour. If you guys want to read a book or something, I have a few in my pack.
Well, maybe I could look around.
This can't be the only thing in this plate. There must be more than this.
I'm sure. Nala, could you go with Ren and try to find some spell scrolls or something for me, please? I know that they're few and far between, but she did seem to know her magic, especially with necromancy.
I will give you guidance and then sit down to take a 1-hour nap.
Yeah, I'll definitely take a look around the place, just seeing if I find anything interesting.
Okay. So, what you are able to find here, it is possible. The ashes here, some that flew away, but some remain from Angacha. Specifically, you do see like bits of the claws that were broken off. And you can recall, Nala, of songs and stories of how the powers that these leave behind often can rest in pieces of them. That could be potentially useful.
Do any of the others of you know how to check for magical residue?
Yes, depends on what it is, but yes, it's possible.
Well, I was just thinking, and I think it's possible these bits of claw that they were using as horns might carry with them some type of magical property that could be useful, and perhaps a construction of magical things, or even unlocking spells.
Does any of you have empty glass or file or water skin?
Oh, yes, I have all of those things and more.
If you have glass with good stopper, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, sure.
Let me
I
borrow.
have all
I will trade you something.
I know I have vials and flasks. I also have an herbalism kit, which comes with those things, I would imagine.
Why do you have an herbalism kit?
Because that's how I make all my potions and charms.
Do you compose by taste or what?
Mostly from remembered recipes my grandmother shared that I paid half attention to.
Makes complete sense. So Brenda will attempt to gather up the dust of the claws and bones into one of the vials presented, and see if she can very carefully whisk it together. Arcana check if you want. It's up to you.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm taking one vial out of my inventory and giving it to you.
Wait.
Let me know if you need more. I have another.
This is an interesting one, so I'm going to burn an inspiration on this one. Boom. That was totally worth it.
I will give you guidance too.
For another, what, D4?
Yes.
Ooh, that's now 24. 24 to collect the dust of the claws.
Okay. So you are able to do so that you have it, and observing it, you think it would be it'd be possible to use this, especially if you have a very good shaft of wood carved appropriately to fashion some type of wand with this. Given enough
Interesting.
time.
So you've got 2 herbalists in the party. What's the skill required to actually make a wand? Do we need a wand maker in particular? By the name of Ollivander?
I mean, there is wand maker's tools,
Okay.
certainly, but you could also craft it. You could use it just a raw ability check without skill.
Okay.
But I would allow wood carvers to help. It'd be easier if you had wand makers, but if you did wood carvers, you could carve the piece of wood correctly, and then see if you could enchant it in another way, and it would be a little easier.
Cool. And then, is there any way I can pull a little bit extra out of the dust of the claws to show my apparently new best friend as we come back? I imagine Scotty wants to see some evidence we finished the job.
Yeah, so you can get enough to do that.
Cool.
Yes.
All right.
We'll say this: does anyone have proficiency with alchemist supplies?
Nope.
Nope.
I study way too much magic to fiddle with that stuff.
I don't know how to
and
use.
rune making.
I don't know how to use any tools.
Okay, so there may have been other things, but you don't have the alchemist supplies. So
I got leather workers'
we
tools
can,
and cook's utensils.
we can learn it another day, right? So well, but yeah, I guess we'll take up the powder and do. Is there anything that we other find besides that, and anything that I find out by releasing this soul? Before we skedaddle.
So what I'll give you is you may have 3 questions in the same way that Speak with the Dead would work upon the soul. As you release it, the form fills and grows cold, and there's like a vapor of ice that forms a 20-foot wide mouth of a dragon. Thank you.
I put as I was working on this the whole time with one of my enamel coffee mugs, drinking some brew, and it says it's like a straw colored, and it says as strong as my brew, as steady as my shield, and I'm like kind of shaking a little bit. I was like, I wasn't expecting that. Does anyone ever ask this dragon some questions? I try to get everyone over. And no problem. It was really just the right thing to do. What is your name? I guess that's a good way to start.
I I was Dervan, spawn of the Ravenox.
Ah.
Oh.
Well, you captured here, but and gotcha. Did she get you?
She, huh? She tracked me down, and we became friends before she poisoned me and trapped my soul.
Yeah, she definitely seemed like the type to do that. Does anyone else want to ask anything? My last questions can sometimes be irrelevant.
Maybe we should inquire something about how to free them if they're trapped by some type of poison.
Well, I think I just freed them.
Oh. Okay.
Layla, there's I think this is maybe. And Brenya, you seem to love the dead. Is there anything else you want to say or ask? Because I'm gonna go big, or maybe I'll go small. We could ask about, I don't know, the conflict between Durban Avanox and Gredgazol.
We could also ask about the nature of an escote. But I like your question better.
Could you tell me about the conflict between your head, Durban Zavanox, and
progenitor, father?
Yes, your progenitor. Yes, and their struggle of power between Gregazol.
Yes. The one I come from is great in many. We learned that he was from the first world and was born on many worlds after that. Gregazol. Is him fallen. Name changed, cursed, and twisted.
I was afraid of that.
So they're the same person? Or the same being?
They're like two heads of the same coin, yes.
So that means maybe that, because during Zavanax, that was the primordial, right?
That was the primordial.
And Gegazol was the dragon.
They're both dragons.
Oh, they're both dragons.
Right. It's both like a draconic, but one spoke in like primordial because I think it was like.
Oh, the language. Okay, got it. I'm with you now.
Yeah, no, I thought it was an elemental and a dragon this whole time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I knew they were both dragons. Where have you guys been?
I don't know.
But yeah, one of them spoke primordial because I like had mentioned how I felt like it was like the first being because it spelled it used like ice and things like that as it's kind of like crystal as it's like motifs that it was like kind of like a being like that.
So that means.
And we did kind of we will be going back, but I think I'm set on who I stand behind.
Well, I mean, this makes more sense for the balance, though, right? I mean, if they're fighting themselves, they're fighting two parts of themselves.
Do you think there's some way we could find I don't know, a way for them to harmonize.
Wait a moment. Do you want the ice one to win or the necrotic one to win? Necrotic one to win or ice one to win? They're both terrible.
I do believe, and just knowing only a little bit about my family, is the primordials, the way the first beings are the what I go and fall behind, and plus, who would want to fall a fallen version of anyone? I surely wouldn't.
You don't
So
talk
you're-
much about your family, Azaria.
Uh, uh, yes, there's a reason for that. Maybe another time.
I hope you do not look upon me that way someday.
You know, I think that anyone deserves redemption, and that's why I did bring up the part of harmonizing. I think it could be a way, but like I said, I stand by what I said originally. Well, Durbin, I hope you safe passage to whatever plane and resting place you shall go. And I'm glad that I was able to free you.
Thank you. Spirit glows and the frost melts as it seems they've departed, and the pools of blood here that were lit grow dark. A ritual ended.
Shit.
Gold.
Well, I hope we did some good here. I feel good, and I take the rest of my sips of coffee and tie it to my pack.
If nothing else, it was an honorable choice.
Well, at least we have now what we need to finalize our pact.
Yes, Brenya, you wouldn't want to make mommy upset.
I think the phrase "mommy" is incorrect here. We will see how this evolves over time. Perhaps I am angry stepchild.
Yeah, I could see that.
So should we take some of these ashes as the proof?
And anything else we can find? Any valuables or riches or whatnot? I don't see a whole lot around here, but I could be missing.
Yeah, these skeletons, did they have anything interesting on them?
From what you've been able to gather now, you've gotten basically what you found here.
Okay.
Yes, we
And-
can. Sorry, go ahead.
The only other thing I was going to ask was when we saw the room there with all those skulls and everything, was there anything regarding those that was illuminated, or did it look...
They've grown dark now, but it seemed to be all part of a ritual she was doing.
Okay. Right.
When she died, you said that she kind of turned into ashes and some of them blew away. Can I kind of try to figure out which direction they blew in and see if there's anything in that direction?
Yeah, I think you can look at that. Give me a perception check.
That is a 21.
You look in that direction and try to focus your gaze. And there you can see a soft blue glow that illuminates what appears to be a massive battle axe, easily 50 feet. Runes upon the blade, but you can't make out what runes from this. distance. It's probably 3 miles away.
So 3 miles away, there is a 50-foot tall battle axe.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Jesus.
I bet I can wield that.
But in this realm, right? That we like see
Yeah.
beyond.
Yeah.
Maybe
Realm of
in
shadows.
5 more levels.
Yeah.
I bet you can sharpen that.
As you are, would you be able to make out any of those runes from this distance, or no?
I really couldn't tell, to be honest. I'll take a look, but
Yeah, you'd have to get closer.
yeah. But if you won't, we could maybe we could take something as an exchange, maybe possibly to go back to this realm in playing at some point. Some type of tuning device or something.
No, I just
No.
I'm sorry, 50-foot giant battle axe? Nah, I'm good. Good.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have like Voltron in your back pocket or what?
Yeah, I'm nah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna ask on the way out. But it's okay, Layla. You can definitely stay home.
If you request my help, I will be there to provide it.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. I'll ask you the next time I need some help, for sure.
And she kind of just nods.
Well, let's not delay. I'm sure she's waiting for us.
I imagine she has nothing but time.
Yeah, but
That-
we don't.
Is that because of the whole undead thing?
Yes, yes.
So make your way. Do you want to step by? So you can show your proof here to Scotty. And they will nod. And it is done.
Then our bargain is complete.
Yes. You will make your way.
Before we leave, do you have anything that we could use to possibly get back here in another time? A token of sorts.
What do you want to trade?
I guess I have one of these. And I will take out one of the runes that I had that absorbed a little bit of that frozen energy from the crystal.
Oh, interesting. I'll look at that. And they will. So they've creatures grown into like made up of plants and flesh and various things, and it sticks into itself and pulls out what looks like a silver bone fragment. And we'll place into your hand with the proper magic. This will find your place. Find yourselves here. So this will serve as a tuning fork for plane shift.
Oh, cool. a proper exchange. Thank you.
Okay, then to Brynja, they can reach in and you see a horn that looks like it must. It itself is about 4.5 feet long, and it's been fashioned in such a way and equipped with a silver mouthpiece to be blown. As they hand it over, this is for the way back. Blow it, the entrance to my mists, and I will make a path back for you.
So, just out of curiosity, how big is this thing? 4.5 feet?
4.5 feet.
How heavy is it?
It's about 50 pounds.
Okay.
Nice.
As a relatively small woman, is like,
Strap it to your back, Brenya. You're strong.
am I though?
The officer's eyes like, oh boy.
We are greatly in your debt and we take our leave.
Then you're able to exit on Scotty's realm of the dead. And as we get back to your crew, we will take our break.
Pretty close to my capacity.
Alrighty. So, as you come out of the ways of the dead, you can see before you that the large amount of people you have with you, your village here stands looking out. And for the first time in about a week of travel here, the sun shines bright a few miles ahead. Through the mists, you can see just the foot of the mountain that is barely snow-kissed, that then proceeds down to green and lush plain grass. And beyond that, a flat plain. Beyond that, a near endless horizon that you see. Far away, bits of smoke billowing out of encampments. Thick woods, but it does signal the end of the mountains beyond. You see, taking you from the cliff face down, hordes of undead have stacked themselves and entwined themselves with long, decrepit shields that make a type of staircase that comes down to the land. Down there, where the mists were, is soft. You can see the mud below. And there are skeleton pieces, spears of all types that litter the ground. Dismembered skeletons. Looks like it likely is another day's journey through the muddy land that once was blocked by the thick mists. What would you like to do?
Well, we might have bought ourselves a rest up ahead. With that pact, it means anything following us will be slowed down.
How does the rest of it look? Do they feel like they can continue marching, or they must wait? That was allowed, by the way, directly to Nala.
I read on the people. Let's see. What is the mood of the people?
Give me an insight check.
Joy, 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 joy. A 5. I'm rolling well today.
You seem to speak to them well, but you do not read them well.
No, I don't read them well, but I was speaking more of myself anyway. I'm going to need some sleep soon.
And that perhaps, yes. Before we take the nap, Brenny will look over her flock and just sort of breathe in and use her druid spirits to evaluate the mood and the patience or tolerance of these poor people who've been waiting for us to leave the freaking dead zone, apparently, for the last however many hours. Try to figure out If they need to rest immediately, we'll take a little bit further.
Shit,
Okay.
we rested, waited.
I mean, how long were we going?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes, actually, I would say yeah. So they seem to have had a day to rest here.
Okay.
That's
So they can move.
a little dilation. Yeah, they've been here longer than you feel you've been gone.
Cool.
Hmm.
Secondary question: since we have carts or had carts,
We have cards.
what's the cost or imposition? I'm going back to the second edition of someone sleeping on a cart. Do they actually get the full rest after the same amount of time on a cart, or is it half?
Yeah, so it would take. Basically, it's just pretty hard to get a long rest on the card.
Okay, so you do a short rest on the cart, but a long rest probably.
You could do a short rest. You couldn't get a long rest. Yeah.
We'll look over Nala with a very clinical eye and say, "Do you need rest or sleep?"
What do you mean?
Can you sleep on a cart?
No.
Okay.
But if we have to keep going, that's okay. I'm going to be very limited in what I can help with if we run into more danger.
We have scouts, yes. Have they been scouting?
We could send. I mean, I'm sure they maybe we could have them, go to a village or something. Like, I think our main thing was we were
Scouts
heading
haven't been
towards
able
the village.
to do
Because of
anything
the fog,
because of
yeah.
the mist. So this
Yep.
is just open. So they're like,
Gotcha.
"Hey, we."
So
we see
we,
shit.
we think there's like a day of mud in front of us, probably.
Yeah.
I got no idea.
I think
Well-
we should head towards the village too.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is anything following us is going to run into trouble. So if we're moving, we at least are avoiding it either way as best we can.
And in terms of ice, we don't have to make fast pace. Well, no. There were 9 days. This is what, day 2? How long until the ice follows us?
Until the thing.
Yeah, I don't think ice is followed, but like when it comes, you mean? Are you talking
Yeah.
like when the things get even? Is that what you're talking about, Brynja?
No, I'm saying I recall as a mechanic, maybe it was 2 sessions ago, that we had some time pressure because the ice was expanding and the cold was like coming down after us, so we had to move quicker. That's what forced us into.
Oh, that was getting to the village and getting out of that area.
Okay, so we're past that now, right?
Yeah, you're ahead enough. Yeah, you're
Okay.
okay.
So clock is reset. So we can leisurely march or wait.
I think all these people have been waiting for us, and it hasn't felt too long for me. I'm ready to keep going.
Anyone else in rough shape? Go look at them.
So that's is any other character feel like they're in enough shape?
I feel great.
I'm okay.
With some food in an hour, I'll be fine.
Do I still have a negative penalty on Dex?
Is it obvious to me there's some kind of like spell or issue going on here?
Seems like just like the energy's been sapped. Like what was there was taken away right now.
Does it feel temporary or permanent?
You generally think it's more with rest. They could probably take back.
Right.
But
so
not
we
like a lesser restoration or anything like that.
No, not lesser. Wouldn't do this.
Cool. With time, you will be fine, probably. If not, you die. It's fine. All right. So we.
No, I think you would be okay. You just stick to next to me. I could keep you tip top. I promise.
So other than us, everybody's rested. We probably should hit the road? Question mark.
Yeah, let's do it. Woo!
Zone against. Cool. I'm down to about half my spells. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, we
By the
just
way-
keep going for a little bit towards an encampment and then rest, once it gets close to the evening. But it looks like we got a full, the sky was high up, so probably like noon. We can keep going.
By the way, this is the first time in forever you guys have seen her cast this much. She normally just goes beast mode and doesn't bother because she's lazy. It's just unusual for her to actually like fling spells this often.
Okay. So, yeah, looking at it, seems like a full like basically 24-hour march is probably. You think it's good just because marching in the mud, trying to sleep in the mud itself is such a problem. Plus, the path is not that wide.
So with no devil behind it, so we can take our time, right?
You can take your time to an extent, yeah. It's just if you're the idea of resting along it is problematic because of you could still like people could wander off into the mists.
And we want to like it's like we feel like it's a half day travel here through the mist.
Full day.
A full day. Okay.
So I'd say
Let us get through the mists and rest on the other side.
Yep.
If you'd like, I could perhaps help with your physical condition, Nala.
Every little bit helps.
I'll go ahead and cast Greater Restoration.
Just remember, diamonds are a lot harder to come by in this campaign.
Oh, fuck, I forgot that costs
Mm-hmm.
diamond dust. Never mind.
I don't have a lot of them.
I
Not like
always forget that one has... Never mind.
No.
If we really need to, then I think somebody's got diamond dust.
Diamond dust is 100 gold, and damage is 300 gold. So be choosy.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
Matt specifically
very
said that the gems are going to be more difficult to come by.
Yeah. So, never mind. I'm sorry.
It's better off and cheaper to use the soul, you know?
Define terms. How do you use someone else's soul?
You know, crystals, you know, horns, different things. Yeah.
So, pushing through the mud, there is a general feeling, even the air here, though cleared of mist, is oppressive. It's like pushing through a thin soup. And even after you pulling your feet out of the mud, it feels like there is a small force that pushes against you, preventing your escape. But you push on. To represent this, I do need Constitution saving throws.
Is this a magical effect or something?
Would there have been time for a short rest in that? Or no?
Or...
I mean, he took the hour to cast that
Yeah,
the spell.
so you can
Okay.
do short rest, which incidentally that means now your dexterity is back to normal.
I didn't
Okay.
take the short rest because I was investigating.
Oh, that's right. She wouldn't have taken it. You're right. Thank you. So if you, so like, for that reason, like, Azariah wouldn't have taken it if you were like actively doing something, would not have been.
Yep. Can't arcane recovery twice in a day, so nope.
Nope, I don't need it.
So the con saves, please.
Yes.
19.
+5 again if you're close to me.
Yeah, so Commander can grant that.
27 then.
17.
25.
23.
I'm 17.
Okay.
Uh, 18 or 23.
How the Bermunder seems to push out, guides you as you gaze. Again, the field here is about 15 feet wide of open mud, and the rest is still the mists. You can see a combination of medium to very large forms almost skulk at the border. You see one shadow of something try to grab a young one to have their for a moment you see bone and sinew disintegrate as it exits into this path that's been set as it pulls its hand back. And the scouts begin reporting that there are rope traps and movement ahead, as if things are setting areas to pull you in. How would you like to navigate this next half, knowing the dangers?
We do have an actual ranger to get out front and step around.
Yeah.
Right? Just checking.
Yeah, that's me. I'll be up front, keeping an eye out, scouting ahead type deal.
Yeah, earn dinner that you cook.
And I'll side by side with insight and perception pretty freaking high. So whatever you miss, I'll probably catch.
I mean, I've got a passive perception of 23, so
you're doing pretty good.
Yeah. So in that case, Renario, give me a perception check, please.
That's going to be 21.
You are able to see several traps, tripwires that you think trigger like large trunks, tree trunks to come through and sweep people into the mist. Do you have thieves' tools?
I do not. I'm not proficient with them.
How would you like to try to take care of some of these traps? You got to try to disarm them, or you can tell everybody, and we'll see how well then the caravan does it. Not, stepping over them carefully.
So, question: you said they're like log traps to push people in. Could I not just trigger them and then walk past? Since I've noticed them,
you could burn them too.
Depends on how you want to do it. How you want to trigger them. What's your strategy here?
Let me double check if this is a spell that can actually target things.
And while he's looking, these creatures on the edge of the mist, do they seem like any particular kind of creature? Like, obviously something undead. So what thing lives outside the mist that wants to eat us that's just outside of reach? Do we have a sense of what that is?
It's hard to get a good sense of the forms. It's very bulky. And then something, you get that, the sense here seems to be almost like a gnawing at your soul, that they would eat or devour that type of energy.
Well, I'm not allowed to use chill touch on rope, so I can't decay the rope, but I'll
You've seen Brenny use fire before.
Do you want to borrow my 10-foot pole?
No, Torhilda, but if you could shoot that rope there to trigger the trap that connects to that log, I'd appreciate.
Sure.
Or if you can shoot the rope that's connecting that log so that way it just will fall straight down, that will also work. And just start pointing Torhilda at the different ropes, because can you can I don't remember which damn cantrips you can target. Who's got Firebolt?
Firebolt is usually one of them.
Firebolt, I know can objects. I don't remember if Eldritch Blast.
I've got Eldritch Blast. I can always send Svanhilda up with the battle axe.
Eldritch Blast is only a creature.
Eldritch Blast is creatures only. Okay, does your produce flame Brynja let you target?
Looking at it right now, literally. Creature.
If I was Amber, I would have just said, I used chill touch to decay the rope.
The other easy option is I've got shape water. I can just put a force on it and make it pop.
No. Do it the hard way. Animate the object and have it do something.
Yeah, Firebolt can do objects. But yeah.
So does anybody have Firebolt?
I do not, sir.
Fucking useless wizard.
We can send.
Fucking useless red. What kind of range are you? Can't even fucking trip a goddamn trap by yourself.
That's a rogue thing.
Can I just send Svanhilda up there with the battle axe to hack at it?
So
I'm just a lazy part of
would-
the forest.
this is going to be a bit of a loose interpretation, but I have thaumaturgy, and I can instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. Would this not be similar? Because it's
Sir,
not locked,
How is a rope a door or window?
but it's like a latch.
No, it would not
No?
work
Okay.
that way.
But I think
Man,
Torhilda
I'm
can just
trying,
send the
man.
Yeah.
can just send the echo and then chop it with her battle axe.
yeah,
I was
From
gonna
30
do that.
feet
I'll
away.
send Mage hand, so she doesn't have to do that. I don't know how many people get that. A limited
yeah.
time.
So,
today.
Jordan, let's do a representative attack roll, and we'll see how well that does.
Okay.
Inspiration?
You
What?
can't trigger
It's
traps.
a rope, my guy. It's got an AC of like 10.
But there's a ton of them.
14.
Yeah. We know how to cover
Okay.
it.
So,
Those eyes.
as a so with this, then it takes a little longer. So by the time you get through the ropes and the different traps, there is seems creatures here beyond have started to try to employ things like almost hooks to try to grab, and so everyone becomes very huddled here within the pathway. But after the day journey becomes night and then morning once more, you come onto the rocky slopes as the last person makes their way out the clear path. The mists, almost as if a dammed river, suddenly collide back in to each other. It's almost the first time you've seen them move and swirl. They are allowed to come in once more.
I will watch over them in a Moses moment and just be like,
You said there was a river?
No, the mist came together as if it's a river. Like once we left and it was allowed to coalesce, just whacked back in together.
Pow. Nice. Okay. I was like, dang, we gotta cross a river, dog. All right. So, if we can, do you want to rest now, or should we keep going?
Is there a village?
Not gonna see. You know, there was one close to the valley there, but
Having finally left the misty passageway, what's around us? What's within easy eyesight or bow shot?
From here, it is what looks like probably just a regular day's journey, like 8 hours, down to the foot of the mountain, and where it actually comes into more grassy plains, but still like lightly forested, light trees moving, but more sparse. You can see evidence of lumberjacking, essentially forestry, being done. And at this point, you're also able to make out in the distance a fairly large force of people marching from the distance. Heraldry is displayed, but from where you are currently, it looks like they themselves are 2 days journey out.
Direction? Are they coming towards us, away from us, lateral?
Pretty much directly at you.
Whoa. So will this be an army?
It does
less
have that
organized.
feel to it. Yeah.
Okay. Roughly how many?
Starting off from this, it's a lot. You're still too far away with the days.
If I were guessing, would I say it's more or less than 1,000 people?
You say less than 1,000.
And then obviously horseback or on foot?
You can tell it seems various creatures, some horse size, some larger.
Non-humans?
From here, you're not going to be able to tell that type of.
It's so far.
But when you can become a bird, it is not that far.
Oh, we know how that turned out last time, Brynja.
It was a very large bird that attacked me. I take full defense.
Well,
And
do you think it's good off the rest here? And if they are coming to us, I guess they would be a day's closer, but maybe we could get to a town by then.
I could scout, perhaps. Unless someone wants to use some weird wizard eye thing to look around instead.
Yeah. There definitely doesn't seem to be like a town between you and them.
Right, I got you. So they could be going to the town, not necessarily.
They could be coming from a town.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll say we keep going. I'm looking forward to a nice pillow. After all, I miss those feathers tickling my. Anyway.
Where do you find this pillow?
Well, you never heard of them stuffing a casing of linens with down?
No, I'm saying we have no obvious town in sight. We are 2 days march from them, or if we went both the same direction, we would meet in a day. We have not slept in a well. We have not rested in a little while. We probably could rest in a safe space if the weird things behind us aren't chasing. We do not want to encounter this large group, army perhaps, unrested.
Well, I agree, but I don't always think that people want to harm everyone.
Very large people moving together are moving for a couple of reasons. War or escape, or war or escape or famine. Which is escape. Can you think of other reason?
Maybe there's a huge party or someone's getting married.
That's a very large marriage. Very large.
I'm sorry that
I don't think anybody's getting married out here. Just my 2 cents.
It is very pretty place, but I would not get married here.
Brynja, are your eyes open? This is not a pretty place.
Well, back there is not pretty. This in front of us, other than the army, looks good.
I mean, better than back there, but I wouldn't call it pretty.
It is no huge dragon skull village that was suddenly overrun by X. So we have choices. Do we sleep? Do we move?
Your guys' outlook is I would never invite you to my wedding. You guys are surely being some Deborah Downers.
I will officiate your wedding if you prefer, but only because you asked me to.
Oh, did you finally accept Nala's advances?
What? I look at Nala confused.
That's all right, buddy, and I smack you on the shoulder.
I need to hear from wiser voices. Thorhilda, Bormunder, what do you think? What do we go?
Well,
I think
we can always go ahead.
I think that you have a bad taste in wisdom. I do think we probably should reach out to them and determine what's going on. It seems like it must be something important.
Look at this sensible man who doesn't think that everyone is out to get him.
If you have lived in nature long enough, you will realize predator and prey are a natural process.
But yeah, I know surely well the dangers of prey firsthand. I promise you that. But I also know and believe that I am fully capable of destroying whatever obstacle I have in my path.
Well, they're coming towards us. Hiding or avoiding them is the very definition of prey. You don't want to do that, surely.
You know, sometimes, Azaria, it's easier to just go around the obstacle.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
We are also close enough to the mists everyone knows about to realize that they are dangerous. And if I were to make perhaps a cloud of fog around us, we could look like the mists, yes?
What say you, Toyota? Are you hiding out in the mist?
Has the army seen us yet?
Well, we don't know it's an army, but it is a big group of people.
If you're sight from them, they're probably
At the
sight from
very least, it's army-sized.
Yeah, big group of people. I think it can't hurt to go talk to them. They've probably seen us if we've seen them. Let's go talk to them and see what's going on.
It's going to be a couple days before we can talk to him.
Right.
Not for all of us. I could go as emissary if you like. We'll be there in less than a day.
And that's worked so well for us so far.
One time.
Well, why don't we say we travel days out and get some rest? And you're right. Maybe we can just send out the little party to go out and meet some of them, and the rest can stay back. It makes you feel better, Brynja.
I would simply say we should not meet on the battlefield without rest.
Is there a village between us and them?
Nope.
No. We think they came from the village. Or they could.
Perhaps.
They came from a village. We don't know what village.
Yeah.
We haven't talked to them. We have no clue where they're coming from.
You know, I have been trying to read some books lately to make some friends, you know, like the friends that Brynja has, and sending them out and seeing through their eyes and things. I just haven't really had the time and opportunity. I could have sent them something.
How far are they?
So two days at what? 10 miles a day march for an army typically, maybe 15 or 20.
You keep saying army. We don't know that that's what it is.
It's a large amassed force.
I mean, we're a large amassed force.
It is an army-sized group of people.
Aren't we also?
Yep.
Yes, we are also an army-sized group of people.
Well, could we, you know, like I said, agree to meet in the middle? We continue forward and have a group send out to them so we can learn, you know, where they came from.
Yes, that makes reasonable sense. I also think, between Azariah and Nala, with many old wise tales and books and maps, have you ever seen record of who lives in this valley or direction? Is there some sense of where civilization would be from here, that we would know whether or not they are safe or unsafe? Are these goblin lands or the giant lands? You all read books or sing songs or tell tales. What do they say?
Brynja, you can talk to animals, can you not?
Yes, but they are small-minded and have lived in very small spaces.
That doesn't
A squirrel has 30 feet of range.
No, that doesn't matter. What I'm saying is we can send them a note.
Yes.
If they want to meet with us, they can send their people. If they don't, we'll know that pretty quickly. And then we can see if they are sending a small envoy to meet our small envoy and avoid conflict. And in the meantime, we can get some sleep while they make their decision. They're still 2 days away, which means when we wake up, they're not going to surprise us.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Brenya only goes beast mode. She'd rather do it herself.
I can send others instead as possible. They are more fey than animal, but they do deliver messages.
So all we need to do is choose a place where we can meet them, let them know we come in peace. I'm happy to write something down as I am proficient with writing. And
prose.
Really
I'm good
nice.
at prose.
It's the one thing I'm good at. I have one job.
I think you're supposed to hit stuff too, technically.
That's only when the writing fails.
So if I send the beast spirit that can fly, I get about 1 hour of flight, which 2 days, depends on speed, it's possible. Azariah, can you summon familiar and send one instead or no?
I think I just told you that I wish I could do that.
I was
just
asking.
I
You
just
say you
haven't
wish you
really
could, but not that you
I
have
wish.
learned that yet.
No, I'm sorry. Brenya, I just haven't learned it. But I would like a little, I don't know, like a cute little cat with wings, or maybe like one of those little mini devil fellas. They all sound so cool. But
We could
I
send
had
my
a journey
rat,
alone.
but my rat travels very slowly.
Yes, that is my concern. Perhaps
In
if I
addition,
were-
to be aware, you do have. There's a forest to your north that would essentially take you out of
Right.
that type of issue. And then there is a wood forest to your south as well, though there's a large river one would have to cross. Or you can make use of the river. This is coming due east to you from the west. This force.
How is Find Familiar not a fucking druid spell?
You can do it by expending a wild shape charge.
That's true. I can. I don't have another reason to use those today. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. That works. I do that.
All right.
If you need to make something fly, I can do that if you need help.
I need a thing that flies by itself and cleverly.
Ah,
You said. So
I
I said
will
we.
write agree.
You also could just rest and prep animal messenger.
Yes, if we want to, we could send this tomorrow and just rest for now.
We just have the right postage stamp and we're good.
Either way, we're going to have to rest. If we're fighting them, we need it, and if we're not, we're still going to benefit from it.
That's fair.
Azariah finds a stump, digs in his pack, and pulls out a black book with some gold filigree that says Meditations of the Mage, Finding Balance in Chaos. And he starts reading until you guys decide.
So, the nature of the message, Nala. What would we like to say?
We will simply say that we are passing through, and we will identify ourselves as, well, I think we should be somewhat honest. So, refugees. And we do not seek violence or conflict. We are hoping to meet with them as a friendly greeting, perhaps for trade, or to simply share a story of any encroaching danger from either side that we're traveling from. If they're friendly, we could warn them to not travel to the area we left a few days ago, or a day ago.
what would be the cost of telling unfriendlies not to go where we went? Because where we came from is obviously dangerous. Maybe they will leave us alone.
True. But in this world, stories are also valuable, so either way, we
So
can
you-
at least test their temperament on
You-
whether
you-
or not they respond.
You use stories as trade?
Well, yes, stories are trade.
Hmm.
Stories of places, stories of people. That's how history's written.
So the risk of meeting with them is one of us captures the other, or we start some sort of conflict. If
Yes.
we negotiate without actually meeting them, that's probably safer for the people.
Yes, but it's safer to at least identify ourselves than them stumbling across us by accident and then seeing a giant army-sized group of people hiding in the woods. Either way, we at least will know their intentions pretty quickly.
My
Should
guess
we-
is they're aware that we are a army-sized group of people.
That's why I said that they would see us as a likely army.
So now, how do we signal we are not dangerous intent, or how do they signal they're not dangerous intent? Do we say
By
go around?
by sending a small envoy to a designated place, and they will be able to see us traveling to that same place. We could mark it by the sunrise so that they would see us and we would see them. Our armies, so to speak, would not continue forward until we have met.
You read a lot, don't you?
Well, I used to work in a library.
You can write this on the parchment,
Mm-hmm.
and we can put it on the bird, and it will go.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, there are actually many stories of people meeting this way, sending messages through birds or other such critters.
How do the birds find the captains, the chieftains, the people with head in charge?
Well, we'd have to let the bird know to seek out. Well, not too far in. Honestly, anyone there would be able to identify that the bird is not a normal bird simply by the way we have attached a message to it.
Ah. Interesting. Cool. So, anybody opposed to this line of reasoning? Anybody not entirely sure?
I think that's the best way to go.
And then we rest. You prep your animal messenger, and then you can send it off, letting them know that our little envoy is coming, so that way they're not like surprised by us. And then
Yes.
should be Gucci.
During the
Um,
rest, I'll write the note.
I also can save a spell if I do it before the rest using a wild shape that I don't. I mean, I've got 2 to go. It's not expensive.
Well,
to cost wild
Animal
shape.
messenger, you just would prep, and then you can ritual cast
So I can do that.
because it's a ritual,
Yeah, cool.
as opposed
I
to
forgot that was
the-
as
ritual.
opposed to
Right.
expending a wild shape.
Right.
And also, if you are using magic, perhaps you could have the bird say something, such as salutations or "I come in
Ooh.
peace."
What is that word you use? Salutation?
Yes, it's a word I learned back home.
I don't speak your fancy tongue.
Sometimes it's good to expand your vocabulary, Brynja.
I'm Elvish, no problem. Sylvan, no problem. Common, no problem. But this accent is strange. Is that Draconic?
No, just a dialect I learned in Tovarin.
Tovarin. Tovarin. Okay. Curious.
Did you spend there long, Nala? A long time in Torvin?
Yes. A very long time.
Is that where you're from?
Originally, yes.
Well, why'd you move over here?
Well, I didn't move directly here. There were other places I went first.
Oh. So a little bit of a traveler.
Yes.
Did you always work in libraries?
Oh, no. No, I did not. Especially with my time with the Giants.
What other sorts of occupations did you have?
Well, I mostly learned. I was a student, really, while I was with them.
I love learning. What kind of things did you learn?
How to fight, certain types of primal magics, how to tap into a giant spirit. Which is why I am how I am in fighting.
Wow, that's really impressive, Brenya. Those are all subjects that I definitely would be interested in. You know,
That's right.
something
That's
else.
Nala you're talking to.
All right, what did I say?
Brynja.
Oh, that's not what I meant. No, you're definitely quite impressive. I mean, I knew that, obviously from asking you where books were and some different subjects, that you definitely did seem like you had quite a depth field of knowledge.
Oh, yes. Lots of books.
But also from experience, too. That's very hard to come by.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I hope I could learn from you sometime.
Good.
So it sounds like the commit is we have a story, at least a message to send. And ritual casting Endless Messenger is cheap and easy, and it doesn't cost us much before we decide to take our long rest. Anything else?
I got nothing in particular.
Anybody want to prepare anything?
Just the letter I'm writing.
Cool. By the way, I'm curious. Is this like chicken scratch or like full calligraphy?
So, just keep in mind, if you're doing Animal Messenger, they carry a verbal message, not a letter.
Oh.
They do, but the idea was the verbal message relays that there's a message on them.
Yeah, that are. Well, no, it was to let them know that we were sending a little envoy ahead of our group, so that way we're not just like showing up.
With a different message. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm writing a message.
Because as soon as it gives a verbal message, it runs away.
Right. And what I was thinking we could do is, can we say that the verbal message goes off if the message is taken off of the verb?
It just goes and says the message. So you can send another envoy to say, hey, incoming communication. The bird just sort of lands and starts talking.
Maybe you could say, you must take this letter in 2019.
Talk about gaming the system.
I fucking love you, man.
That's great.
Or we could just say that Nala wrote the message and then he's the one, saying it.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Just saying how the.
Right. So two options. We can have the verbal messenger, or I can just send a bird with the thing attached. One of the two.
We should just send the thing with the thing attached. That way we can give all the instructions. And
Is there a limit on the verbal message
I think it's 25 words, isn't it?
for animal
Somewhere around that.
messenger?
Yeah.
I was looking at
I know
it.
for message or sending, there's a limited number, but
I can't imagine Animal Messenger will read off War and Peace to you. It's not reasonable.
Or prep Skywrite and be like, "Hey, envoy coming."
Hey bitches, God says X.
Yeah, it's just 25 words.
oh, okay.
So if you want to wax pedantic, we should write it down.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the find familiar and send them.
And that way I can hopefully use that as a persuasion.
Again, like with a written message on the foot of a hawk and wild shape, I can happily send a bird that way to go find their chieftain or such. To tell them that we need to meet them in the middle in small envoys and parlay in about a day. Thank you.
I've flipped my page of my book 25 times.
All right. So what is this message then?
The message is relaying. Oh, yeah, I just realized you weren't here for it. So it's basically just saying that
I got it written down if you want.
we come in peace, and we are seeking an audience with a small envoy, and we're designating a place that's in view so that they could see us approaching that area and we could see them approaching that area while leaving our groups behind so that we can discuss and offer trade and basically just to avoid conflict. We're not here to fight, and to show that goodwill we're willing to meet so that we avoid any misunderstandings on our travel.
It also mentioned that we were refugees passing through, not trying to have violence.
Exactly.
Azariah thinks in parentheses after we're refugees and we don't look to fight, but we'd fuck up a motherfucker if we want.
So that's implied, I guess, right? Hearts and daggers.
Right.
and also I think I mentioned like we were all going to offer a trade of information, like places to be wary of, that sort of thing, since we're coming from two different directions.
Right.
Yeah.
Skeleton Alley?
Cows.
Good idea. Yeah.
Okay. Then go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
I will use a inspo because I've been rolling garbage.
Poo poo.
Okay. It's a 22.
Yeah.
So for now, goes out, and you wanted to begin taking your long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, I'll get to make a new rune.
And I definitely want to post out some guards, some scouts, somebody to keep an eye on things while we're long resting, just because they seem that far away, but
Absolutely. So, in that case, I need everyone to give me a roll of a d20.
Yeah. 9.
11.
So not the long rest, right?
Maybe you should have waited for somebody else to chime in there. Ooh, 20.
12.
D20,
20.
13.
17.
Wasted a natural 20.
Okay.
That's 3 of us.
Oh, it's 3 20s?
3 nat 20s, I heard.
That's awesome.
So it's you,
Perfect
Layla,
time
and
for
who?
these, guys. Perfect timing.
Say again?
It was you, Lila, and who?
Was it Ren who had the first 20?
No, I had an 11.
Or who had the first 20?
I think
That's where-
I had the first one.
I think it might have been 2 20s, I believe.
Okay.
Is that 9?
Yeah, I think it's just 2. Me and you.
All right. In that case, you begin your rest here. As you have your scouts up, it is close to the darkest part of the night here. When you all kind of are hear a little bit of a scratching, a think of metal against rock near you. As you know, this is signal to awaken all of you as the leaders. As you come to this, there's a wind, strong, blowing, storm clouds above. As the lead here of the scouts, Zvornin. Yeah, we'll say. So, all of you, elders, there's been a shape spotted within the storm on the ground.
How long were we out?
You've had about 4 hours at this point.
So that means I had a full rest.
If you're a 4-hour rest, yeah.
Yes.
So excited.
Yeah, I get my decks back.
Cash it in. Cash it in.
He said you had your deck. Oh, so you hadn't. You
No,
didn't have to
yeah.
take the short rest. That's right.
All right. What sort of shape?
Like horse. It rides on the tips of the trees in the mountains, burning them. Who can show you all?
You say a horse that burns trees and mountains.
Yes.
Have I ever heard of
horse? A forest or a horse?
Horse.
Horse. Okay.
Have I ever heard of this phenomenon before?
Can you give me a history check?
History. We'll try that. Nope. Nope.
It does sound like some mythology type of thing, and I would honestly love to ride this horse because it sounds really fun.
Yeah.
Have I heard any stories of flaming horses? Because I that's way better than a familiar. I'll take flaming horse any day.
All right. I'll give you a history check as well.
Are we using the 2-roll rule?
Yeah. Up the 2 we're done.
Yep, that's going to be a 27.
27.
What, man? I'm proficient.
Right. The tales of this thing, you've heard of such a being
Tails.
known as the Nagafostellari.
Bless you.
Okay.
And it's is known as a stallion of storm and turmoil. Its appearance typically preludes great battle or change.
Well,
I don't think they took our message well.
no, I don't either.
Why would you believe this is related? This thing could be not related at all. It's possible it was just hungry and came here because I don't know where to go from here.
Could be a third party.
It could be other worthy events, not something that's just here, but it is an ominous fortune, that's for sure. Is this a thing, Matt? What I know is this is like a celestial being in nature, or like what, a primordial being?
It speaks of it as one of the spirits of the area.
Okay, it's like a spirit of the area. Okay.
It's the stories that you have most of is usually it's brought about by when things are out of balance between the either nature and people or elemental forces in people.
Okay.
But
We are between rocks and gods at the moment. We have multiple influence, whether it's Gagazol or this crazy horse thing. For this time and this place, it seems like the unnatural or unusual is now natural and usual. There's been very few days and everything is upside down.
Life surely does have a funny way of kicking you in the ass, that's for sure. But
Well, you definitely.
yes, Brittany, I've had my fair share of ass whoopings.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it just reminds me of tumbling with my brothers. It's nothing new. Plus, they hit harder than you.
Is that what they call that?
Yeah, just like your diplomacy in the air. It's almost just as good.
Well, if this is some type of herald regarding a great battle or change, because we don't know which one, then I mean, change could be a good thing.
That's true, but are we just going past that Brenya's over to and possible aerial diplomacy? I'm just saying.
Also, wasn't it storms and turmoil?
yes.
Yes.
And
You don't have
change.
to be quick about it.
Well, I think we shouldn't be so obviously down on our luck right now, but
Azariah, if you would like to be chief minister or negotiator to the flaming horse creature, please help yourself.
no, but I would certainly love to ride that thing. I think that is
You should try.
You know, I don't remember encountering any of this when I moved to town.
Yes, it was not in town. The ride does not include this particular creature.
Yes.
Yeah, this was
different
not.
times.
This was definitely not in the pamphlet. I don't know.
Perhaps you read the wrong pamphlet, but our village was relatively safe, relatively clean water, and relatively not about to die.
All right. Well, what should we do?
I mean,
Also, obviously, Mike and Lisa, we definitely want to hear from you.
I want to ride the horse.
Me too. Yes.
I was just trying to sleep through all of this.
You didn't even get up.
Nope.
I love it. It's amazing. Well, so when I guess the scouts describe it, does it seem like it's not too far in the distance, or is it like, oh, they saw this way ahead?
Oh,
It seems to be getting closer, and that is why they awakened you.
wait. Are you saying this is the horse we're seeing?
the big flaming horse, yes.
I thought this was like a crop circle of the horse. Okay.
No,
This makes a lot more
no,
sense.
it's an actual horse.
Okay, now I understand.
It's a flying horse that's
You know-
boarding the forest.
You know,
flying
did you-
around on the
what?
treetops.
What if they have a whole army in that horse? Who knows? Right?
Ah,
Ha.
I think we should get to it and try to encounter it a little bit away from the villagers, so to prevent any damage from spilling out to them.
All right.
What, like
It's-
the forest fire?
Is it coming to us? Is that what? Do I understand that correctly? So,
It seems to
Yeah.
be coming closer. Yeah.
so either we wait for it to get us here, or we've got to get out towards it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's burning the forest, so I think we should probably get ahead before it traps all our people.
Is there any high ground nearby?
I mean, it's higher ground. I mean, sure.
do you have a lightsaber?
Yeah, I was just thinking this could be over real quick. All right.
I feel like
Well-
the flying flaming horse always is hiding out. It's just me.
I mean, I'm ready to fight this thing if that's what we're doing. I just
We should
Let's
pick the
go.
spot. Pick the spot. Maybe we should
One of the
negotiate.
spirits of the land. We probably don't want to fight it. Just
Not
initially.
gonna put that out there.
that's why I'm waiting for the smart people to say something, because I've already got up my great axe.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna-
well, remember, Nala, you were supposed to use the pen, then the sword.
Right, right.
No, I reach in my bag and get out some apples, and I hand Nala an apple. This is a better way to make friends with a horse.
I've pulled out some sugar.
You feed it to them, but keep your hand flat so they don't nip your fingers.
And I'm gonna approach it.
Or burn your
Well,
face.
I think we got to keep on going. But
We
yeah.
should definitely
It's
separate
still
from the-
very far away, and it's very, very, very large. Is it
Is
not?
it a day away?
No, not that.
No.
Not that
Day
far.
away.
Well, since we're going trek and it's basically morning, I'm gonna make some more coffee.
Yeah, if it's a day away, I'm really pissed they woke
No.
us.
Yeah, it's not a day away. It's much closer to this. Like, do you feel the storm upon you? I said that again.
Why got there's something 5 weeks away?
So, standing up, you can see that about 100 feet away from the camp, there are lightning strikes that are hitting, almost making like bars, like a corral that keep intermittently. So it's about every 1/4 to half second a strike of lightning.
Bernie will start walking that way.
Oh, this is terrifying.
You will die someday. Which day?
Hopefully not.
After you officiate my wedding, Brenya.
We have time.
This
I'm
is
going to
why I
follow
do-
Brynja with my apples.
This is why I do
Does you go ahead and go for that?
I'm the scold. I should handle the pep talks from now on, Brynja.
you stay like it doesn't work. It did work.
I'll follow behind Torhilda with this apple so she can show me how to use it.
Matt, does this being look like one of the spirits that I learned about from my elven teacher?
Well, since we've already done 2 knowledge checks on it, unfortunately. I mean, I would say if you're talking to, as a Raya, it is spirits of this area. I'm not sure what you mean. What would that mean for your character?
Because like one of my things is going around finding all the different like shrines of the spirits.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for just drawing the line. Yes. This would fit that. Would be within that, yeah. So then, if Torhilda, you're approaching, how would you like to do so?
I guess I'll hold my hand out with the apple. Hello, friend. Would you like an apple? You're very beautiful.
Okay. So this is actually like the lightning around as you push it out, and so I'll give you a persuasion check.
Right.
I want to help it. Yeah, I can. Hold on.
Guidance.
23. I got guided. Do I need to roll a d4?
Yeah.
23 and 4, 27.
In that case, as you hold it out before you, the storm picks up violently. Water splashes onto your face as a mixture of what looks like screaming souls mixed with lightning as the strikes come together, form from this white cloud, an image of a horse that then becomes nearly solid, with a translucent skin on which you see sometimes 3, sometimes 7 roiling storms within them, lightning, tornadoes, and hurricanes. Stands 15 feet from hoof to shoulder.
Oh.
It looks down, the eyes themselves thunderstorms. Inspecting your offering. What would you like to do?
I'm going. Go ahead.
I was going to offer to help get you on the horse.
Well, it's a little early for that. So I'm just going to maybe take one step forward and continue to hold out the apple and say, and just, talk to it very soothingly and encouragingly. Wow, you're really pretty. Would you like this apple?
Interesting.
Yeah, we're going to have a horse whisperer scene here.
Yeah. I would say you know enough from these that this would be whether you'd like to offer it to it or not. So you'd want to do a distinct offering. Because you've asked a question and it's appeared.
So I asked if it wanted the apple and it appeared. So I will, I guess, approach it and hold the apple with your palm flat so that it doesn't nip your fingers. And I'm just going to hold it. I guess I don't have to hold it down. I have to hold it up. It's
Okay.
15 feet. So that's more hands than I know how high.
You're probably holding it above your head.
Yeah, to the horse.
Okay. Give me another persuasion check.
All right.
I think you're still guidance.
Okay. Let's see what this is. 25 plus a D4. 27 total.
Oh, we'll take those.
Amazing.
I have one skill. This is it.
So the DC went higher, but you made it because this is disrespectful, but it's good. So
it's not disrespectful.
Well,
This is
not that your character would know, but it's funny. So you worked out anyway. So a snuff, but almost a smile creeps upon its face oddly. And you feel the hairs on your arms stand on end, as even your hair, stray ones, prickle upwards as the apple lifts from your hand without it getting close. And the apple at first looks like it's enlarging before it begins to separate to thousands of pieces that those then seem to separate to tiny dots of what it once was as it swirls around and becomes part of the shape of this creature. And it throws down a hoof in joyous acceptance. With it, you feel yourself pushed back 15 feet. Though it doesn't seem violent, just happy. As for your guessing, maybe 2,000 feet, the thunder rolls. It gives a neigh that sounds the winds that tear bark from trees. What would you like to do?
I don't think it's going to let me ride it. I guess I'll just say,
I can get you at eye level, though.
yeah, not sure that's going to help me. So, my name's Torhilda. What's your name?
It's odd. It just sort of looks at you. As a response, it rears on its hind legs and neighs as leaves are torn from branches from trees, and a tornado comes above it and rages without touching down. It's this mid-storm, a funnel, as if that's what its response is.
Oh, your name is Tornado? Or maybe Twister?
Well, I think, Brenya, or Hilda, it's more like what it is, what it represents, from this area. All of every storm and every turmoil that comes up the area, it is it, and it is it. It's kind of like that the coin, two heads.
Yeah. That's probably too big a concept for her. But so, is this? I take it this is your land here, or this is your area? Stomp once for yes and twice for no. I don't know. She thinks it doesn't talk, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. So it looks as it gives a nod and then kind of shakes its head.
I kind of rear up next to Torhilda, leaning on their tender nature towards this being, and knowing their good intentions. My friend here, well, we sense both that there's a lot of disharmony going on around here, and You seem upset, and we would really like to make you feel better and figure out what's going on.
Looks and nods once more. And it's an interesting feeling, I would say, you get. It's as though you're looking at it, it is almost like it's pondering, how do I communicate to these small things? And it looks to the distance and you can see several storms appear on the skyline. Lightning strikes, and as it does, you can just make out the signs of villages hundreds of miles away from you and each other. And then the storms within it get stronger. And there's this intense dread that comes over you.
Are you thinking about the impending fight between Gigazol and Darverinox? Drzavinox.
Gives a nod as if to suggest somewhat. Kind of ruffles its nose too, as if it's an imperfect understanding that you've stated.
And what I start to do is a little illusion of a group of people similar to the ones that we saw earlier with similar colored flags and just, not really, obviously totally detailed, but reminiscent of what we saw as these group of people causing discord in your forest.
It breathes from its nostrils, and the illusion changes to show your travel band here.
It is us. We are causing the discord and disharmony.
And it blows again to take control of this illusion, showing your group and the coming one. And as the two come together, it forms into a violent tornado.
Oh, for two, Brenya.
Brenya looks over and says, maybe. And then pops into the horse spirit's mind and says, I apologize. This would be rude. I don't understand.
Getting the telepathic link there. It will respond. This place has gone on without your people, and you have lived secluded and grown to a power that these do not know. You are invasive. But things are crumbling. And even so, what is left in these lands without you cannot face what is to come.
During that time, Nala, having no idea what's going on, has also tried to give the apple that was given to her up.
We are.
Give me a persuasion check.
That was a nat 1.
I told you keep your hand flat.
It's not a great
It's
way
gonna
to
nip your fingers.
Lose a hand. Lose a hand.
Actually,
Lose a-
that triggers something. Yeah, because I don't even have any. Yeah. So Nala shrinks.
I'm sorry, what?
Cool. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Do we have one of those? Do we?
A what?
A wild mage?
No.
It shrinks down. Boom. I think at that, it's almost as if storm clouds broil above, ready to strike you for your insolence. But seeing that, it almost chuckles.
Did anyone see where Nala went?
No,
She was
she's
just
right
right
there. Yeah, she's right there. She just looks. She looks like she is now 13 years old.
Bernie picks up the thread and says,
Have we ever seen this happen before?
You have not.
No, you haven't seen it before?
That is quite odd.
Yep. Whoops. I leave.
I guess you said you leave.
I walk away.
No, Nala, you're not going to tell us what just happened.
Nope.
Just
I'll leave the apple though.
I'm going to go over and pick up the apple and start eating it.
I'll go after Nala.
I'm gonna stay here and talk to this horse named Storm or Twister. I'm not sure. So, how can we help? We don't want to cause more strife. How can we live in harmony and help you and the land?
And I think it will answer through, since Brynja's made contact, that Brynja can translate if need be. It's, I wish to see you take a storm and quell it. You do so, it is I who will offer my aid to you. But I cannot help something that will simply sow more destruction in place of what is coming.
Let's see. I'm a bit confused. You said what's to
Which
come.
approaches is an oncoming storm.
You said what's to come. We left centuries ago. We went up into the highlands. We made our place amongst the dragon skull, the dragon ruins, and we made a pact with the dead so no one could follow us. We haven't been here for a very long time. Why are you concerned about us?
You are the mountain. You are the cradle. You are the pact makers.
So in order to fulfill this bargain of yours, to create harmony amongst the lands, to see the storm and quell it, you need us to do something for you, but not sow more destruction. What you need done.
That which approaches you is an oncoming storm.
The army?
See it quelled without the rain of bloodshed.
Oh, so we need to make some more friends.
Then I will offer my aid.
To quell the army without bloodshed. What can you tell us, Great Steed, about this army? Anything at all?
That is your test. But know this. Should you bring the rain of blood to this land, I will block your way home forever.
Why does it feel like every local godling around here wants a toll? Don't answer that. And again, like in Brittany's head, there's no accent, only out loud. So, if we can negotiate this peace, or at least prevent bloodshed in these lands, we have your passage. If we can't, you block us here indefinitely.
So it would say it would only block the way home.
Back up the mountain.
Which, again, one-way trip. Yeah. Okay.
But the deal is mostly for with this oncoming group. That's the test is the oncoming group.
It is a test, isn't it? I will relay all of this in the appropriate accent to the rest of the group and translate and offer to answer questions, assuming the horse god has some patience.
Yeah. And of course, with above table, should you say, screw you, horse god, you could fight horse god later to come back. That's up to you.
We could fight horse god now.
That's totally, so just to be clear, you're not forced to this necessarily. It's just what this being is requiring.
I feel like conflict without death would be more useful, or better yet, no conflict. So if we have a choice amongst the rest of us, not dying or not killing would be better than the last part.
I would have to agree. I think we'd be solving multiple things and problems if we make good on our friend here and avoid conflict with this army. I think that's what we wanted anyways to begin with.
It's interesting that the storm god of lightning and tempest is so interested in diffusing conflict.
It seems like this army has been an embodiment of turmoil around the area lately. Maybe a peaceful sort like ourselves can show these people some right. Or maybe we have like a hand-to-hand combat like the old days without, death, but with combat. Or maybe an intelligence challenge, something like that. if it comes down to a disagreement.
We have already sent our message, so we will find out shortly whether or not they want to negotiate, and after that we figure out the way to resolve this thing.
Brynja, can you ask him if the vision he showed us of a battle was a sign of the future or just a thing he was worried about?
What was it? Do you have something, Ryan?
Oh no.
Okay. Then as that goes, we will end for tonight and pick back up next week. I'll be with seeing how they took your message.